So on this episode of YouTube, we're going to be discussing the controversial movie, The Interview, along with the Sony Hacks and Project Goliath. So stay tuned. I'm Little King Jong, and this is
Seth Rogaine. It's night.
So The Interview, as many of us have heard about, is a movie about an interview via Seth Rogaine and James Franco, and they go to North Korea.
His name was the Green Goblin.
Oh, Green Goblin, yeah. Yeah, see, we got the Green Goblin and we got Green Hornet, yeah, all together. That's a lot of green. So they go to North Korea and they're like, the CIA helps them out and they're supposed to kill Kim Jong-un and blah blah blah. And it's just like the movie
over the top, just really
beyond over the top. Like
it's pretty stupid.
Like it is stupid TV. That's what my parents like to call it. It's stupid TV. Like you watch it because you don't want to actually pay attention. You're just gonna watch it because it's stupid and it's there.
It's like you start it and you can't turn it off even if you want to. It's just your brain cells melt.
I just want to know how much they spent on that final scene. Like that final scene must, like the big explosion scene with the helicopter, like all that CG.
Spent a lot of money on that one scene. In fact, I think they spent most of their budget on that scene.
Yeah.
And then all that was left that they could afford was the photo. If you think about it, the stupidity of the movie, it probably would not have generated as much
headlines and
enthusiasm, people dying to see it and pay for it online, had North Korea just left it alone.
Yeah.
I mean, if they just released it on Christmas like they were planning to in theaters, it would probably have been out in a week because it's that stupid.
Yeah, I honestly don't think they would have probably made their money back, but and who knows if they're actually going to make their money back releasing it online over YouTube.
I don't think they care anymore. I don't think they.
Well, I mean, they're just trying to recoup some of their money back, and you know, people are gonna watch it because it's different and it's got a lot of controversy behind it.
Brain cells. It's the stupidity killing your brain cells.
Yeah,
You're just like
too many late nights for college.
It's kind of like being at a party with Seth Rogaine because you know you're gonna kill brain cells.
Yes, not. A lot of interesting information was released from Sony that way via emails and everything.
Spider-Man possibly being in an Avengers movie. Yes.
Yeah, Project Goliath, which is probably the biggest hot button issue, even though not a lot of people have actually heard about it because it's a kind of geeky tech thing, but...
Well, you know the worst thing about the name Goliath? He's killed by a little shrimp of a dude. I know a lot of things.
This whole thing to go along with, like, you know, stopping us from actually being able to get to sites like Pirate Bay, even though Pirate Bay is now shut down. But like sites like Kick-Ass or you know, all the different torrent sites or streaming sites, you know.
I can honestly say I don't know of any of these.
Guilty as charged. It's a scary little thought because that's what's the step after that, you know. And I understand where they're coming from because like stuff like the music industry is suffering a lot from piracy and all that kind of stuff. But the music industry is not, or not the music, the movie industry is not suffering.
You know what it reminds me of? You know what in some weird, strange, alternate reality universe, it kind of reminds me of when Hostess said it was shutting down and there was going to be no more Twinkies.
Everyone...
Leopards getting extinct in the jungle, no one cares. Rainforest disappearing, nobody cares. Hostess is going to stop making Twinkies and this country loses its mind.
Oh yeah.
Everybody loses their mind.
Like, he is like our biggest threat because of nuclear war and all that kind of stuff, but...
The only thing he's going to hit is the West Coast.
Yeah, yes, I understand that the U.S. has more nukes to basically destroy the whole world, but we haven't. And no one wants a nuclear war. Yes, sure, a nuclear war in theory would be exciting, but we're all going to be dead.
If people, you know, when you constantly threat for nuclear war, I think you're just compensating for something.
Just a little bit.
Just a little Kim.
Dude, it's a terrible movie. It just is.
It's really...
If you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't. If someone's trying to get you to watch it, don't watch it.
If you can watch it for free from one of those soon-to-be illegal streaming sites, go for it. If you're going to pay $4.99 for it, it's not worth it. Yeah. It's really not worth it. Although you're probably viewing this after you've done it, sucks for you.
It's an interesting thing to see if this is going to actually be a viable option for people like Sony or Universal to give the consumer an alternative to going to a movie theater. You know, maybe pay, you know, $20 to go see this movie at your home instead of going to the movie theater. Because like I don't know, I think you would pay more getting it at home because you get have more people there.
I think they'll make up more money by charging a little bit more and getting the whole movie experience in your home. You had a band come out. It's got a huge projector, take up one whole wall. You got a popcorn maker. You got 2 people standing there.
That's gonna be a lot of money.
And then they lock your house, and you got to pay to get in to watch the movie. Now that's how they'll make it.
Oh yeah. So, you know, stay tuned next week. We're going to be talking more about net neutrality and Project Goliath and those sort of possibly important things if you care about that kind of stuff, which you should. Because, honestly, it's important. We all like to download stuff. We are V2. Signing out.
Right there at that moment, it used to be all I like to download stuff. I wanted to hold up a sign behind you with an arrow that said porn.